Good evening, curling fans, and welcome to Draw 6 of the 2021 6th Annual Ish Mixed Doubles Bonspiel at the Triangle Curling Club here in Durham, North Carolina. My name is Cameron Kim, and I will be commentating on today's matchup. We've got ourselves four sheets, 4 games going on. I'll run you through the teams here. On sheet A, we've got the team of Walsh and Rowlett from the Utica Curling Club in Utica, New York, facing off against the team of Brennan and Feaster from the Triangle Curling Club. On sheet B, we've got the team of Bush and Phillips out of the Philadelphia Curling Club, facing off against the Allens, Chris and Sarah Allen, not Chris, from Coastal Carolina in the Wilmington area. Jason Allen, not Chris Allen. I'm getting all my Allens mixed up. There are too many Allens in this state. On sheet C, we've got the team of Rogers. That would be Gina and Tom out of the Charlotte Curling Club, facing off against Sarah Johnson and Matthew Kane from the Eau Claire Curling Club in Wisconsin. Finally, on sheet D, we got the Hicks team. Kim and I from the Triangle Curling Club versus Thompson and Bunn, coming to you live from the Peachtree Curling Club in the greater Atlanta area. We'll be giving you updates throughout all the sheets, but I'll be focusing my attention here on sheet B this time. The team of Cindy Bush and Joe Phillips from the Philadelphia Curling Club versus Sarah and Jason, and that is mostly because I forgot Jason's name 2 seconds ago. So you can see right now the team from Philadelphia is currently lying 2. It's actually, you look across all the sheets, it's a good day to be Red Rocks right now. Red is scoring on every sheet so far. We're going to see a shot here from Joe to maybe sink a third one in, really put the pressure on to the Allens. Unfortunately, that rock there from Joe is going to crash on the guard. I actually do think it made that port even just a little bit easier for Sarah to come on in. I think if she throws just a nice little back line, back 4 way, she'll be able to get to that rock at the back 4-foot. Hopefully give them a chance to walk away from this end with a score. Got some thoughts, got some decisions here. I think we're contemplating what the line's going to be, but I think if she's able to get through that port, she's going to be pretty well set up to hit onto that back 4 rock right there. I think that line's going to be a little bit tight. Might be a chance to tap this yellow a little bit. Yeah, they're able to tap the yellow. Unfortunately, it didn't really leave a good outcome for them. Red is still lying 2 here in this end. And that port is still plenty open for the team of Bush and Phillips to maybe sink a third rock here. So you're going to see Cindy Bush coming down here. Is just throwing the last rock of the end for the red team here. She's going to try and sink a third one here, or at least make it really difficult for yellow to get a chance to score their one. Actually, that would have been the hammer. I cannot count the rocks and who has what. So my apologies on that. This is the issue when you shift from sheet C to sheet B as your feature sheet. Had to do some timing adjustment for us for the spiel, folks. So we got Sarah Allen. She's actually throwing rocks 1 and 5. Jason's going to try and carve this one in. They're going to be able to lie 2 rocks here. They would have loved that one to be more on the center line behind those 2 red staggered guards, but I don't. Let's see. There's a nice little pocket here. We're going to see Joe try to get that one in there and give a chance to get a steal and take away the end here. Joe's first rock of the end. Give you a quick score update here. The team of Hicks and Hicks, that's Kim and I, they were able to score 4 points in the first end. They are up 4-0 against the team from the Peachtree Curling Club. They're seeing a nice one come on in here from Joe and Cindy on the sweep there. They're going to try and get that one and get it top 4 foot, and I think they're just going to nail it, get it right there on the button. That's a great shot there from Joe. It's going to put the team of the Allens in a tricky spot. They're going to have to figure out a way to convert some points here, so they're going to need to move that red rock back a little bit. We can also let you know that the Johnson Kane team from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, was able to score themselves 2 points here in the first end. It's going to give the team of Rogers from the Charlotte Curling Club the shot with hammer. I'm sorry, I have that flipped. The team from Rogers was able to score 2 points. It's going to leave the Johnson Kane team from Eau Claire with the hammer in the second end. Seeing Jason Allen's first shot here on sheet B. A little bit wide. Sarah's trying to carve it in. They're able to get it into the 4-foot. Fortunately, it's still going to leave the red team shot at the moment. And I think that if Joe's able to get another rock right there on that yellow, even just freezing the pocket, I think it's going to give red a really good chance here to score and get the steal here in the end. Second rock here coming up from Mr. Joe Phillips. Wants to sit right in the pocket. Looks like Joe's got a really great handle here on draw. He's actually going to come and freeze right on top of his red rock there on the button. That's a super shot there from the team from Philadelphia. It's going to put the Allens at a bit of a tight spot here. Not sure what Chris is aiming for. I think if it were me, I'd be aiming for the pocket a little bit. Try to get into the pocket so that you can kind of jiggle your yellow rock into the middle. But we'll see what he's able to come up with here. I think right now, unless I say Chris again, it's Jason. Too many Allens in the state. I think that if Jason doesn't get into the pocket, or even if he just freezes on top, it's going to put them not in a great spot. That's going to roll off. Doesn't give yellow really any good favor here. Still leaves the red line rock, and it's really just going to give Joe another chance to pile another one on top here. He's had to throw the same rock 3 times in a row, and I have a very strong feeling that for the third run, he's going to do it one more time. We can also give you an update on sheet A. The team of Walsh and Rowlett from the Utica Curling Club in Utica, New York, were able to score 4 points in the first end, and that's going to leave the team of Brennan Feaster from the Triangle Curling Club with Hammer in the second. Joe Phillips coming up with his last rock here of the end. He wants to do the exact same thing he's done over and over again. He gets it just by that guard, and he's thrown that one 3 times today. He's not going to miss that one. It's another great shot. Maybe a little bit heavy actually this time. Ended up kind of throwing a bit of a back 12 weight. Still puts the team from Coastal Carolina in a bit of a tricky spot right now. Sarah is calling for the draw to the other side of the sheet. They haven't thrown a rock on this side of the sheet in a few in a few rocks, so they're going to have to think about this one a little bit to make sure that they can nail it. I think from kind of get you in to see the angle here just a little bit. I'd almost be tempted to actually throw a little bit of weight. Try to, maybe if you get a little bit lucky here, you kind of come around this, throw a little bit of weight, kick that red, and you kill that one. Might be your best shot. And unfortunately here, it looks like Jason's going to come in. He's going to be a little bit wide. Almost follows my little trajectory actually there, but unfortunately he's going to spin off. Now it at least kills off the one red there, but it's going to give a chance for Cindy to pile another one on here. We were able to see that The team from Philadelphia was able to score 2 points in their first end here, and it's going to give a chance for Cindy Bush to basically throw the exact same shot that Joe's been having to throw all this end. They should know the line. They should know the weight. Let's see what they got. On the sweep early. Maybe a little bit tight on the line. I agree with that. I think unfortunately they're going to rack on their guard a little bit. You don't want to move that guard. No, they just got the rub actually. Just got the rub on that guard. But it ends up in a really good spot. So what does Sarah Allen have as a chance to score multiple points here? Not sure if I see a shot here for multiple points. I don't think the ice is going to curl that much. I think Sarah's going to need to go for the small tap back just to try to score herself a single point in this end. But after Joe has just been making that draw to the button every shot of his, I think that getting one in this end is going to make them feel really good. So final stone coming from Sarah Allen of the Coastal Carolina Curling Club. Just move that rock on the button back. The line's coming in okay. Jason's on the sweep. Oh, and it just doesn't curl up enough. It's going to give a chance again. Red is going to score the single point here, and we'll be back after this short break. And we want to go ahead and give you an update of the other sheets going on. We've got the final stone here coming on sheet C. Matthew Kane from the Eau Claire Curling Club is going to try and get himself a second point here. Sarah Johnson on the sweep. Unfortunately, it's going to come up light. That's going to give yellow a score of 1 here in the second end. It's going to keep them down. The team in red, the team of Rogers from the Charlotte Curling Club, is going to be up 2-1. We're coming back to our feature sheet on sheet B. We got ourselves just a very nice draw down for Cindy Bush here. She's able to tap that rock back. It does leave the button open. We're going to see Sarah Allen come on in and do the exact same freeze. Going into the third end here, Sarah Allen wants to lock this first draw here onto the button. Right now looking a little bit wide. I don't think it's going to be able to curl enough in, and it's going to be a little bit heavy too and sail right on through the rings here. I think that this is going to give Joe a chance to make that draw. He has made this draw 3 times in a row, and I think he's looking to make it a 4th. We can also give you an update that on Sheet D, looks like Sheet D was looking to score big ends this game. They're not looking to go for small change. Looks like we got another score of 4 there for the team of Thompson and Bunn for the Peachtree Curling Club. We are at a tie, 4-4, going into the third end. The team from the Triangle Curling Club of Hicks and Hicks with the hammer. This is Joe's first rock. He wants to get it to the button. Unfortunately, he's going to come up a little bit light, but that's okay. It's not bad. It's in a good spot for him. Swimming from the tap up. Cuts off the path for the team of Allen. Allen, Jason's going to have to think about what he wants to do in order to score multiple points here. They're down 3-0. They need to get some points here in this end. They'd love to walk away with the 2. Jason Allen, this is his first rock of the third end. He's going to come at it with the out turn, come the other way. Haven't been down this way in a little bit. He wants to try and get to the 4-foot, set themselves up for a good chance, maybe even tap on back of that red rock and create some space for them to score a few points here in this end. The line's looking okay. Still a little bit heavy. Could curl a little bit. Sarah's on the curl here a little bit. It does come up light, unfortunately. That line was actually pretty good. I think that line would have got them there. Just needed another 4 to 5 feet of weight, and I think that would have put them into a really nice spot. Joe Phillips here, coming up for his second rock of the draw of this end. I think he knows what he's got to do. He knows what the draw path is. He knows what the draw weight is. He wants to make this shot better than he did the first one. He's actually going to come at it the other way. Not sure if he's trying to come around that yellow rock. I'd be a little bit worried about promoting that, or if he just wants to guard the tap. And looking at the weight that they're throwing, I think they are just going to go for guarding the tap. It sort of takes away the tap. At least you can't tap it dead on nose to try to get shot there. I would say that the in-turn path is still available for Jason to get at least to the top 4 foot. I think he's still got a good chance if he can get the weight right. He can get it to the 4 foot and hopefully lie his one rock here. Chris Allen's going to come at it with the out turn. He's going to want to try and come around everything that same way. He has seen this path once before. He wants to come around his own yellow rock, but this rock is speeding on really quickly. I think it's going to be sailing right through the rings. It's not going to get that rub, and it's just going to coast right on through. So, didn't really get what he wanted out of that shot. I think you're seeing Joe thinking about just blocking that 12-foot path. They are sitting the one rock right now. They'd be pretty happy to steal one here. Yellow is the one that really needs the points right now, so we're going to see if the team from Philadelphia can do this shot one more time. They're pretty content, looks like, to take their one here, since they're not really seeing the team from Coastal getting a chance at multiple points here. We can also tell you that on sheet A, we just saw the team of Brennan and Feaster from the Triangle Curling Club. They were able to get their 1 point out of the second end, so they are going into the third end down 4-1. Hammer goes back to the team of Walsh and Rowlett from the Utica Curling Club in Utica, New York. Joe and Cindy here are on the sweep. They're a little bit wide. Would have liked to have been a little bit closer to the center line there. I think that they were able to block off that pass. I think they maybe would have even liked to have been a little bit deeper in the rings too. I think that was actually a really good chance for them to lie two here. But they're pretty happy. They'd be pretty happy if they just took one. They're just looking for a way to make sure that the Allens do not get more than 1 point in this end. Looks like Jason's here is lining up a little bit of an angle run back here. Can show you this one here on the stream a little bit. I think what they're lining up here. I think what he's lining up here. It's a little bit of a tricky shot here, but I think what they're lining up is hopefully to angle this back and double off the red there, giving a chance to lie two for yellow, but he's definitely got a hard shot against him here. So let's see if he's able to make it. Worst case, this should open up the draw path for them. All right, now this rock looks a little bit wide. You only want to be able to hit, say, 3/4 of it, and exactly it. A little bit wide, and it's gonna clear that top rock. It does create a better path to the button right now, but I think that if Cindy is able to get right on top of that, it's going to be a really tough score for the team from Coastal. You're seeing Cindy Bush get ready here in the hack for her team's final rock of the end. And I think they are seeing the opportunity here to lie to or guarantee that they're going to get their steal of one. The only thing you don't want to do is come up heavy on this draw. I think she made the right choice. I think that was a little bit light, but again, that rock is in a pretty good spot. It's going to make it really hard here for Sarah to really get a chance to score her one. She's going to have to navigate a very narrow port if she's going to get a chance here. Final stone. Sarah Allen wants to score in this end. This rock is looking a little bit wide out of Sarah's hand. Hasn't even made it to the 8 foot yet. I don't think this is going to carve in enough to get to the 4 foot. And it's going to come up light. It's going to be a steal of 1 for the team of Bush and Phillips from the Philadelphia Curling Club. The Allens are going to come into the 4th end with the hammer. I want to give you some more scoring updates here. We can see here on sheet D. Again, big points appear to be the way we're playing on sheet D. The team of Thompson and Bunn from Peachtree Curling Club were able to steal 2 in the 3rd end, leaving the Hicks with hammer in the 4th. We're waiting on a couple of other ends to finish up here, but we'll be back right after this break with the 4th end. And welcome back to the 4th end of the 2021 Mixed Doubles Bonspiel. We just saw Cindy Bush make a perfect draw, top 4 foot, actually just barely biting the button. This is exactly where you want it to be for your first rock when you don't have hammer. And we saw Sarah Allen's rock sail right on through. This is going to give Joe another chance to put another rock on there, get it in the way, make it difficult for the Allens to get a score out of this end. We're going to also let you know that the team of Rogers and Rogers from the Charlotte Curling Club were able to score a single in the 3rd end. They are up 3-1. Hammer to the Johnson Kane team from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Joe was able to get a rock there, just bite the button again. This does give Chris Jason. Again, I don't know why I have that. This gives a chance for Jason, if he can throw just sort of a back 4 T-line weight, try to get to that center rock. If he's able to throw that, sit right in the pocket, I think it's going to be a good chance for them to hopefully score some points here. Sarah's on the sweeper early here. Lionel is looking a little bit tight. I think we're going to be on the center guard. And it's not what Jason was looking for in this end. Joe's second rock at the end. He's got a couple of options here. If he really wants to kind of put the paint on a little bit, he could try to draw for a third to get a third rock there in the 4-foot. Doesn't even need to. He's more than happy to guard at this point. Both of those draw paths are sort of blocked off by those red and yellow rocks there in the guard zone. So it's going to make it a little bit difficult unless Jason starts to peel some guards to really get another shot in there with the way that those red rocks are staggered in the 4-foot. We'll see what Joe and Cindy have lined up here. Rock is coming in nicely, and it looks like it's going to be just a guard. They'd love to get it just to the center line. Leave it a little bit high. Going to get some sweep here for the finish. It might just bite. Nope, doesn't even just bite the rings. It stays right outside of it. It's a great shot there. I think Joe's got the draw weight in his pocket right now, and it's going to put the tricky spot here for the team from Coastal. Jason Allen trying to go for that red rock there on the side of the tee line. Would love to get a rock in there. It's going to crash onto their back yellow, but I actually think that's a really good shot. It's leaving the yellow sitting second shot right now. Unfortunately, that red rock is really buried, really hard to get to. It's going to give Joe. He knows draw weight. He knows guard weight. He's going to try and block that one up one more time here. I think they're even acknowledging that Jason's got a chance for a slash in on that corner guard. So they actually want to draw right in between the two. And that's going to take away a lot of options there for Jason. So Joe's gonna, I think Joe's gonna probably put this rock sort of half in the guard zone, just sort of wedge it in between the pocket of that red and yellow in the 4-foot. Cut off that slash. I think they see that that's a possibility here. Line is looking really good. Even if they kind of move that yellow rock a little bit. And that's going to just get a nice rub and get in the way. I think that effectively takes off the slash off the yellow. It's a really great shot again from Joe Phillips. Didn't see what the call was here for Jason, but I don't really see. I think his best option might be to throw the slash on the center guard and try to pick off that red rock in the 4-foot. I don't think that red rock is really tight to the rings. I don't think there's a weight that he can throw that can really get that one off. So he can run back that center red guard and try to pick that off in the 4-foot. Hope that Cindy's going to be a little bit heavy, and maybe it gives a chance for Sarah to draw for 2, draw for 1. That's what it looks like we're throwing here is the run back on the center guard. And this line is looking pretty good, but I think it's going to over-curl, and unfortunately it takes out both of the yellow rocks. And that is very unideal. So, a bit of a unfortunate break for the Coastal team, and a bit of fortune here for the team from Philadelphia. They put up a center guard here. I'm not sure what the team from Coastal is going to have. Final stone coming here from Cindy Bush. She would be happy with a rock in the rings. She'd be happy with a guard. I think the only thing she'd be unhappy with is if she kicks in some yellow rocks into the 4-foot. She's going to get a rock just biting the 8-foot, actually just sitting in the 12-foot. That's a great rock. It looks like all of the drop paths are cut off, and it looks like Sarah Allen is going to play the tap on that yellow guard in the wings. Play the raise. Get it to the button. But I think she'd be very happy if she's able to get full 8 and cut down the red team to 1 score in this end. Final stone. Sarah Allen has to cut down or score. Jason is on the sweep. It is going to shoot the gap. And that is going to be a steal of 4 for the team from Philadelphia. That's going to take them up 8-0 going into the 5th end. And we're actually going to go ahead and get some fist bumps here. That's going to be the end of our game on sheet B. We'll turn our attentions to another sheet here, but just to give you some quick scoring updates, in the 4th end, we've got on sheet D, the team of Thompson and Bunn from Peachtree was able to steal another point in the 4th end. They're up 7-4 against the Hicks from the Triangle Curling Club. And on sheet C, we had also a steal of 1 for the team of Rogers from the Charlotte Curling Club. They are up 4-1 going into the 5th. We'll be right back after these short messages. Welcome back to the 2021 Mixed Doubles Bonspiel here in the Triangle Curling Club. We're going to go ahead and get you back up to date here. We're going to go to move our feature sheet to sheet C here. The team of Rogers and Rogers from the Charlotte Curling Club. It's Gina and Tom. Facing off against Sarah Johnson and Matthew Kane from the Eau Claire Curling Club in Wisconsin. Red rocks for Rogers, yellow rocks for Johnson. And right now, it is better to be yellow right now, at least at the moment. I think you might see a chance here. Think Sarah's salivating at the chance there. Maybe if she's able to get to that red rock, it's wide open, at least from my view. She's able to, throw a nice little board waiter, roll on into the center. I'm not sure how the Rogers are going to be able to score their one there. I think she'll row perfectly right onto the button from here. So Sarah Johnson. There's a nice big opening here. She wants to get that red rock out. On the sweep here for Matthew Kane. This rock looks like it's curling a ton right now. I think it's actually on that corner guard. It is. It's going to run it straight back and miss everything. In a sense, sort of a no harm, no foul shot, but it is going to give Red another chance to come around on the in-turn side. Lock it onto the button. Gina Rogers coming in here. She's going to throw the out-turn draw. She might need to split onto that red. I think that's why she's coming in here with the out-turn side. But she can get to the button. She's going to have a chance here. Unfortunately, this is coming up to the guard. It's going to hit off the top guard, move into place. And let's see what the team from Eau Claire is thinking about doing here. making friendly conversation with everybody. But we are back. Had a chance here. Looks like Yellow was able to get 1 point out of that end. I would have liked to have a couple of more out of that one, but I think they'll be taking that one. Try to see if they can get rid of that pesky hammer and get themselves some points here. Looks like we're taking a bit of a restroom break here in the fourth end. Looks like we are ready to go. Sixth end here, Matthew Kane throwing the first rock. Also want to give you a scoring update here on the other games. Sheet D, looks like the team from Triangle, they were able to score a single point in the fifth end. They are trailing 5-7 against the team of Thompson and Bunn from Peachtree Curling Club. We don't have a fourth end score just yet on Sheet A, but as soon as we have one of those, we will keep you up to date. Unfortunately, that first rock sailed right on through for Matthew Kane, so we're going to have Gina Rogers throw her first rock. Got an open house to work with. She'd love to get this rock top 8, top 4. Give themselves a chance to score a bundle here. Tom's been on the sweep on this one the entire rock, and I can see why. This rock is going to come up very light, just be a guard in the way. So it's going to give Sarah Johnson another chance here. Make up for Matthew's missed shot. Plop one in, put it around the button. Put some pressure on the team from Charlotte. Still waiting on a fourth end score from Sheet A. It looks, at least based on that yellow rock in the back forefoot, that Red was able to get another steal out of that end. And as soon as we get a score update, we'll keep you up to date. Here we go with Sarah Johnson and her first rock of the sixth. And here she wants to come around that center guard and put one right on to the button. Matthew Kane here has been on the sweep the entire time, and again, I can see why. These rocks are coming up a little bit light for them right now. That one's just going to stick itself. Also looks a little bit wide, and even a little bit of a handle pick at the end. That rock kind of going the other direction. So, not the ideal outcome here for the team from Eau Claire. Hopefully a chance here. Tom He thinks he knows the line. I think he's got some opportunities here, and he'd like to get this one again. Where Gina wasn't able to get it. Top 8, top 12, put them into a good spot. I don't know if you were all able to see that one over there on sheet D. You got a nice little, interesting little wick-off shot there from Kim Hicks, and they're currently lying shot. Sixth end getting a steal. They are down 2 points. I think this steal might be really nice, and we'll keep an eye out here on sheet D as they progress into the rest of the end. We were able to see Tom Rogers able to get that second red rock there into the rings. They are lying 2 right now, but I think Sarah sees the opportunity. She's got a chance for a lightweight double or even just sort of a draw and tap. Try to get themselves sitting 1 if she can just move that rock on the side forefoot. Looks like the weight's a lot better here on this one than it was for the first rock. This rock is making a dive right now for the center guard. I don't know if it's going to get past it. And it's not. And it opens up everything, which helps them to maybe get a chance at those 2 rocks, but I think that Tom is thinking that if he can put a rock top 12 guarding that double, he'd be sitting pretty to get a bundle in this end. Rock looks like it's coming in pretty nicely here for Tom Rogers. We got a bullet here coming. Bullet was able to get one rock off the rings. Didn't help. It's going to leave a draw here for 3 for the team from Charlotte. And that's going to put this game into a big deficit. We do have a score here on sheet A that the red team, we were right. They did steal in the 4th end. They were able to steal 2. They are currently up 8-1. That is the team from Utica. Up 8-1 against the team of Brennan from the Triangle Curling Club. Here on sheet C, final stone, Gina Rogers. Touch paint, score 3. They are going the wide way at it, all the way around the corner guards. Going to be a little frosty out there. Not going to make it, but they're still going to score 2. They'll be up 6-2 going into the 7th end. And we'll be right back after this break. And it looks like we actually have handshakes here on sheet C. So the team from Charlotte, North Carolina, of Gina and Tom Rogers, they're going to walk away with a win here and draw 6. So we're going to take you over right now to sheet D and give you the feature on that game. We are actually in a power play right now. The team from Peachtree played the power play. Di Hicks is going to throw a backline weight shot, tap that red, maybe roll under their own red, off center guard. Lie a few points here. It's a little bit more than backline weight, and it looks like it's going to over curl and actually miss absolutely everything. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm totally good. Unfortunately, the audience doesn't get to see me fall out of the chair.
Watch that chair. We don't be leaning back because that chair is horrible.
Apparently,
It is, Connor.
the audience got to hear me fall out of my chair, which is always fun. So back to what's going on sheet D. Megan Thompson is throwing a center guard. She wants to block off this path here. Again, we're very professional, and we keep our professionalism as we make our calls here. It's a great center guard there. It does still, I think, give a chance for Dai to actually come right through that port. If she's able to throw like a hacker or maybe even a control weight, she can actually roll under the guard. But I think that Kim is calling for just a heavy draw weight. We can also give you a quick update here on Sheet A that the team from Triangle of Brennan and Feaster scored 2 in the 5th end. They are still down 8-3 going into the 6th end. The team from Utica has the hammer. Here's Dai Hicks throwing. It looks like to be a bit of a backliner weight right now, but this rock isn't curling. It's on that off-center guard. Can she keep the angle? I don't think she is. She's going to hit it just off nose. Actually, she's going to get a little bit lucky. Yep, she got a little bit lucky on that one. Able to push that yellow rock in the 8-foot off. Unfortunately, it still leaves yellow lying one. There's a red rock that can be used to, slash onto the middle. Do they want to take that away? Or do they want to come in and block that? Just coming down the conference here a little bit, I think they realize that red rock, if they're able to just touch that red rock with any one of the guards in place, it's going to be an easy shot for 2, but I think that red can be easily slashed right back on to score 3 here. So what can yellow do to maybe prevent red from getting more than 1 here? It is yellow power play, so yellow is kind of hoping to score more than 1, but I think if they don't score 1 here, they got to really think about how they're going to approach the 8th end. I didn't see the full call here. It did seem like Jeff wanted to play that slash on that 4-foot rock. It's either the slash or the promote. I think the line's a little bit wide right now. So if it's not the slash, I think he just pushed it out there and it's never going to come back, especially at that weight. So chance here. Kim Hicks, I think, is seeing that he's got the chance at the slash. Run it back. Lie 3. The benefit here is that as long as he's able to just touch that red in the 4-foot, he's going to kill it. He's going to leave at least one of the reds in the ring, putting the pressure on the team from Peachtree to score 1 with the power play. Kim Hicks here with the final rock for the red team. He's going to play that little bit of a run. He's got a chance to lie 3 here. Di Hicks is on the sweep here really early. She's got to keep that rock straight. I don't think she's going to be able to. It's going to hit just off nose and go right past everything. So, the good news here for yellow, they've got 1 in the bank. Do you play the tap and score 2? If you only score 1 here, you'll be up 2. But the team from Triangle, the Hicks, still have their power play. Can you keep them from scoring more than 2 in the power play? If you score 1 here, you're going to make them have to score 3 or more. It's a tall order to ask, but that's what the power play is for. Let's see what the call is. I think the call was just to play the straight tap back. If they come up to their yellow rock, they'll score the 2. If they bounce off the red at an angle, they'll score there too. You just can't be heavy and kill the red. If you ever hit the red with this yellow rock, you could give up a steal of 2 for red. Final stone. Play the tap. Score your 2. The line looks okay, but I think it is going to overcurl and miss it. It's going to be a score of 1 for the team from Peachtree, bringing them to 8-6 going into the 8th end. But the Triangle team has their power play. Will we see them use it? We'll be right back after this message. It looks like indeed we have a power play from the Hicks here in the final end. Megan Thompson is trying to play the freeze here on that corner guard. Unfortunately, it comes up a little bit too late. And we're going to see Kim Hicks here first rock, we have an indication of splitting the rings. Now remember that in mixed doubles, you cannot remove any stones in the first three thrown rocks. You have to wait until the fourth rock to do so. So even if you come on in to the rings or split the house or come to the 4 foot as they've indicated here so far, these rocks can't be removed until the 4th rock is thrown. It looks like we're coming to the 4 foot, maybe tucking a piece under that guard, but it looks like it's a little bit light and it's not even going to make the rings. That's okay. Only risk here is that it does give yellow a chance to come around the corner. And that's what it looks like Megan is indicating, is to come around that center guard. And it's going to put some big pressure here on the team from Triangle. Jeff Bunn here. His first rock at the end. Looks like he wants to come around the center guard, beat the Hicks to it. Line looks really good. Does it have the weight? It just gets to the rings. It's not a bad shot. Would have liked to have made shot rock from this. But it is going to give Kim and Dai a chance to come around the 2 new corner guards that they were able to create based on the missed shot from Megan Thompson. If you can sink this one here, get it top 8, top 12, you're going to be in a good spot to score your 2, maybe even score your 3. Right now the line is looking a little bit wide. It's got a lot of room to curl. Might need to pivot to the plan B and try to get that red rock in, but it also just looks light, and it's just not going to make it. Looks like the team from Peachtree is going to try get around that corner guard. Try to lie shot here. Red's gonna have some work to do if they don't get there. We can also tell you that we have a final score here on sheet A. The team from Utica is able to take the win over the team from Triangle. So the only game we've got left is here on sheet D. And this shot here from Jeff Bunn is going to go right through the rings. Sailed it through. So now we have a decision to make. Kim's looking at these 2 red rocks and how they're angled. He's thinking he might be able to spin both of them into the rings. So the idea would be if you hit this rock kind of on this angle, you'd spin that red rock in and that red rock in. You might have a chance to kill that yellow and potentially lie 3. Let's see if he's right. Looks like it's curling just maybe a little bit too much, but he might need that. And he was, in fact, right on that call. It's a great shot from Dihicks. They are able to currently lie 3. They're painting the outer ring. Still a chance here for the team from Peachtree to get away with this game. They can put a really nice one here in the 8-foot around those guards. I would actually even say that I think the better shot right now for the team from Peachtree is to put one right here. They've got the staggered guards in front. I think that the issue here, if you come in this way and you either are light or you over curl it, you're giving the red team a chance to score 2, take you to the extra shot here. And I think that right now, draw weight is in the Hicks' hands right now. So let's see if Jeff Bunn can make this rock. Megan Thompson's on the sweep. I think she's on the guard, so at this point I think they need to pivot and they need to get the tap in. It is just light all around, and that's going to put them into a really tricky spot right now. I think this gives a chance for Dye to beat them to it. If they can come top 4 around those staggered guards, it's going to be really hard to cut them down to 2 or 1 here for the team from Peachtree. Final stone here from Dihicks. She wants to come around, sit in the 4-foot, lie 4, put the pressure on the team of Megan Thompson and Jeff Bunn. Right now, this rock is hanging a little bit out there. Worst thing you can do is give a chance for the team from Peachtree to make a hit and roll behind those staggered guards. They should have tried to have taken that rock back. Even if it was back 4, back 8, if it was behind those guards, might have put them in a better spot. But this is the chance that I think the team from Peachtree needed to get themselves out of this end. If Megan Thompson can make this hit and roll, they've got a really good chance of stealing in the final end of the game. Final stone, Megan Thompson. She has to get this shot. And this rock looks like it is hanging. It might be able to clip that red, but it's just going to sail right past it. That's going to be 4 for red. The team from Triangle, Kim and Dihicks, are going to be able to take away the game. And it's going to be... We're going to have their draw shot challenge here at the end. Take you to see all of the sheets. On sheet A, the team from Utica taking the win. On sheet B, the team from the Philadelphia Curling Club. On sheet C, the team from the Charlotte Curling Club of Rogers. And on sheet D, the team of the Hickses. Kim and I take the games here in Draw 6 of the 2021 Mixed Doubles Bonspiel at the Triangle Curling Club. My name is Cameron Kim. We thank you for joining us for this evening's draw. We will be back on for Draw 7 at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. We hope that you'll join us. Until then, have a great night.